The Stabler farm and the whole family and the history of this farm, they have been conservationists from the beginning.
So you can't really find a practice that could be implemented on this farm that hasn't.
I'm the 6th generation that's farmed here in this county, and my dad was a extension agronomist at the University of Maryland, so he instilled in my brother and I the respect you had to have for the land and how you needed to take care of it, and that's what we've always tried to do. We grow corn, soybeans, and wheat, and then some hay for our beef cow herd. Our corn is utilized mostly for the poultry industry.
They are spokesmen for the industry. They go out, they meet with people. We have brought lots and lots of people out of Washington, D.C. We've had EPA out here, we've had USDA out here, we've had lots of politicians out here. When they did the studies on the Chesapeake Bay, what they found is that there's too many nutrients, too much of a good thing. Nitrogen and phosphorus is used for plant growth, but if you have too much of it, it can stifle the water quality. So the goal of these farmers is to manage the nutrients that they put on their farms to help their plants grow, so that they only put enough on that the plants need to grow, and they don't have so much that there's excess leaving their farm fields. They have lots of practices out here that we can showcase and demonstrate to the general population and to politicians who really need to understand what farmers are doing and how it's part of what they do to protect the Chesapeake Bay.
But some of the people who work for the government do not have any experience with agriculture. And when they come out here and see what we're doing, it makes a little more of an impression on what their job is.
The streams are all fenced off. There are stream crossings everywhere. They participate in cover crop. They use contour farming. The list goes on and on. They've taken care of their barnyard area with heavy use area and manure storage facility. So they've been on the cutting edge, I think, in this county and probably throughout the state. Their whole family has for generations.
Right here, and it really has a good root system on it already.
The cover crop that we use now on most of our corn ground is very beneficial. We've got some fields that we strip crop in. We got a couple of fields that are contoured strips. All of it is done to conserve the soil and prevent any erosion.
They are managing their farms much more closely, and while it's been a struggle for them and maybe put them at an economic disadvantage initially, I think they've become better farmers because of it. And I think if you talk to farmers like Drew and the many Maryland farmers that we have that are leading the way and looking at all of these ways where they can improve their nutrient efficiency, they'll tell you that it's doable.
I believe taking care of the land and ensuring that all the natural processes are in place are critical across their whole family.
The things that have changed the most since I've been farming was going to no-till or zero-till. And we started that in 1970, and over a period of about 10 or 15 years, we went to 100% zero-till, and that's what we are now, because it prevented erosion, it cut down on the amount of fuel we used, and it just has been very beneficial to our operation here in this area, the no-till concept.
Things are changing all the time. A lot of research has shown how we can do things better. I think it starts mainly with the landowner and their concern for the land and the natural resources.
Each operation, farming operation, has its own set of problems. I mean, everything we've done wouldn't work for everyone else, but most of the concepts are out there for everyone to know about, and we've tried to utilize the ones that meant the most to us and the ones we thought would do the most good.
The recognition rewards people, I think, that have committed to these type of practices and to running their operation this way. But it also incentivizes other people to say, you know, there's some things I could be doing. And obviously, farmers like this don't do it for the recognition. They do it because it's the right thing to do. I think it's great for the general public and for the broader agricultural community to hear from groups like yours that this is important and it is significant and it matters. I mean, the industry, obviously, we're focused on growing the food that the country needs.
Yes, it was very much worth it. All the conservation practices we've done have rewarded us from either the savings and conservation of the soil or the good to the environment. They've all been worthwhile.